guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we're going to be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, spoilers for this video. I'm going to be talking about the different scenes and all that fun stuff. What are my thoughts about it? I think it was way better than the 2017 version that we got. Now, I actually liked the 2017 version. It was good. I thought it was okay, but I still liked it. Everybody is hating on it, calling it garbage. I don't think it was garbage. But anyways, let's get on with this review. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the action scenes. The action scenes are great. I think my favorite action scene was when Darkseid first came, and all the Atlanteans and the Amazons and men, basically the men and women of Earth was basically all fighting alongside each other to fight Darkseid. And we also had a Green Lantern. That was my favorite fight scene of probably the whole entire movie, honestly. It was great fight scenes all throughout this movie, but I think that one was really my favorite in particular. Another great action scene was the Amazons versus Steppenwolf. That was great too. That was great. Trying to protect the box and dying. Not all of them, but most of them. That was in that kind of the whole space where they was fighting Steppenwolf and was keeping the box in this type of vault, more or less. That whole scene between the Amazons fighting Steppenwolf was great. Another favorite action scene of mine was Superman versus the Justice League. Now, it was extended because it's basically what we got in the 2017 version, but it was more extended. That whole fight scene was good. It wasn't really epic to me. It was still a good scene, but I think I kind of wanted a little bit more epicness to it. Now, towards the ending of the movie, the fight scene, the Justice League and Steppenwolf, towards the end of the movie was great. But that was really my favorite action scene of the movie. Now, let's get into characters. Now, I have my characters in order of my favorites. Now, we have Cyborg, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Batman, Aquaman, and Superman. I explained why Superman is last on my list because and he did in this movie, or his scenes was great, but I'll get into it later on in the video. Now, let's talk about Cyborg. Cyborg probably had the best storyline of this whole movie, dealing with, his half man, his half cyborg, dealing with everything with his father, dealing with he didn't want to become this thing, but later on he had to embrace what he was. His father emotionally struggling with the fact that he did the right thing. So all of that was great, was absolutely fantastic. I didn't really care about Cyborg in the 2017 version, but this version of Cyborg was absolutely incredible, top notch. Let's talk about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, she's probably my favorite out of the whole Justice League. Not in this movie particularly. I think throughout the DC universe, the DC universe movies that we got, basically my favorite of all the movies. Her movie and her as a character in general. Rather you talking about towards the end of the movie, Wonder Woman was basically badass in the movie. Absolutely. I can see why people love her. The Wonder Woman that we got in 1984, it was okay. It was a side of Wonder Woman that we basically have seen in the comics. But the warrior side of Wonder Woman, that is what I will always love about Wonder Woman. Her warrior side. Every Wonder Woman scene in this movie was great. Now, probably Wonder Woman scene of this movie when she was fighting, and I think it was London or Paris or whatever she was at, when she was facing off those goons, and she was basically blocking the bullets with her braces. That was great. Absolutely fantastic. Basically, all the Wonder Woman scenes of this movie was fantastic. Now, let's talk about The Flash. The Flash definitely improved in this movie better than the 2017 version. Now, this doesn't change my opinion on Ezra Miller as a Flash. I still think that he's weak. I think Ezra Miller is not the right choice for the Flash. I groaned on him a little bit this movie. Now, his scenes are better. His scenes improved. His comedy definitely fit more in with the movie and more within the tone of this movie. His interactions with people like Cyborg, Aquaman, Batman, Wonder Woman was great. Definitely improved. I think all I have to say about The Flash, he definitely improved. I definitely want to see more of him. Completely sold on Ezra Miller as a Flash, but I think that I have to see more of him in the upcoming Flash movie to really kind of get my whole opinion on him. But yeah, he definitely improved in this movie. Yeah, probably. Well, I can't really say I can't wait to see more of him. But let's just see what my opinions are, when the Flash movie comes out. Now let's talk about my favorite character, not in DC history. One of my favorite DC characters is Batman. Now, he's my favorite character, but in this movie, he kind of wasn't. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Batman in this, but I think as far as enough, I think as far I think as far as character development goes, I think compared to the rest of the characters, it just wasn't good. Batman, he was the whole brains of this whole movie, figuring out everything, bringing the teams together. I'm not saying that his scenes was bad. I'm just saying his scenes didn't compared to basically the rest of the Justice League. Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and Flash. His scenes was great, but scenes just didn't compare to the rest of the league. Now, probably my favorite scene of Batman when he was bringing the team together. His interactions with the Flash, with Cyborg, Alfred, all that was great. But yeah, I think what's so hard for me is because Batman is one of my favorite characters in DC in general. Now, his scenes wasn't bad, but that's all I have to say about Batman in this movie. Again, his scenes was great, but then compared to Flash, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, scenes this wasn't really measure great length, growth as the rest of the league. The rest of scenes with with Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and the Flash. That's all I'm trying to say. But his scenes was great though. I was talk about Aquaman. Aquaman, he was great in this movie as well. Now I'm gonna step down from Batman because now his scenes was great too as well. But again, I just didn't think that his scenes was better. Batman or Wonder Woman, the Flash, anything like that. But his scenes was great. His scene from Atlantis when he was in Atlantis, his interactions with Wonder Woman, was great. There's one scene, him and Wonder Woman basically talking about their history and the history, deep into the history before they was born, Atlanteans and Amazonians, they was friends, and then something happened. Interactions with Bruce Wayne was great. His interactions with the Flash was great. He's good. His comedic timing was better. You know, um, there's one scene when Cyborg was great. When he was like my man, that was great. But again, I love Aquaman in this movie, but I think his scenes didn't. His scenes wasn't better than Batman, Flash, Cyborg, winning scenes. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Now, let's talk about the Man of Steel himself. Now, Superman. I put him at the bottom of this list, not because his scenes was worse. It's just that he just really didn't do much as this movie. Now, this is well, I'm not gonna call this controversial, but I do have different opinions on him. Now, I do think the Superman that we got in Joss Whedon's version was better than the Superman that we got in this movie. In the 2017 version, he basically came back in the red and blue suit, talking about justice. And, I believe in justice and truth and basically all that. That was way better, in my opinion, than what we got in this movie. Now, not saying that his scenes was bad, but, I just liked the Superman that we got in Sweden's version better than what we got in this version. But his scenes was great. Him coming back more or less and fighting the Justice League, him was really one of my favorite Superman scene of it. Where he comes back and the voices of his fathers, and Kent and his Kryptonian father was in his head, and he's basically talking about him, why he came here and what he meant to the people of his Earth, and he finally rose up in the black suit and flew off. That scene was amazing, which doesn't take away at all from the scene, from the Joss Whedon version. I just think that basically what I'm trying to say is basically take that scene out. He basically comes back, with Cyborg, with basically, Steppenwolf is trying. Steppenwolf is 1 inch away from Cyborg, destroying him. And Superman comes in and says, I'm not impressed. Basically take that scene out and put the Gideon version where he comes back in the blue red suit and saying, hey, when you were talking about I believe in truth and justice. Put that scene basically in out. Yeah, but Superman was great in this movie. Everybody really was great in this movie. All the character arcs was great. It's just that I just like character arcs more. I just like some characters arcs more than others. Now, Martian Manhunter was also great in this movie. I think only had two scenes in this movie. Him with the Lois Lane scene in this movie. Which I kind of didn't really understand. Would he go to the fight instead of just going to Lois Lane? I know that whole scene with Martian Manhunter, I just didn't understand. Maybe you guys can clarify it for me. What the whole scene was about. But I like that scene. I like Martian Manhunter in the scene. This was also another great scene of his. He joined the Justice League officially. When he was talking to Batman about for me to put a stake on this world and for me to stop fighting for it. So that was a great scene. After Batman woke up from the nightmare scene, I would talk about now. The nightmare scene was amazing. Now it was short, but it was amazing. That nightmare scene was great. One in particular when Batman and Joker. Now that scene was great. I could watch that scene all day. It was very short, but it was great. Joker taunting him about his parents' death. Basically that scene taunting Batman about Robin. That was tough. That was great. That was amazing. That whole nightmare scene was basically amazing. Joker talking about Robin's death. Which got to me. That was great. I would actually like to see more. I'm disappointed that we didn't really see visually the death of Robin, the flashback scene. But that scene was great. Mira talking about how Aquaman died, Superman killed him, and basically that whole nightmare scene was basically setting up what we got in Batman vs Superman with Flash coming back in time and telling Bruce what was up. And tell him, hey, Lois is the key. Basically, that whole scene in Batman vs Superman. But yeah, the nightmare scene was great. Now, obviously, Zack Snyder, he took influence from Injustice, which was probably my all-time favorite DC story of all time, honestly. No one could take that away from me. That is absolutely my favorite comic book storyline of all time. But yeah, coming off of this movie, this movie was great. I wouldn't call it amazing or a masterpiece, but it was great, I definitely do think that Zack Snyder deserved to get his movie made, his vision made. I think Warner Brothers did him dirty. He basically took advantage of Zack Snyder. So I'm very glad that Zack Snyder came back and to, plant this great vision on us. But yeah, it was a great movie. Would I say it was still the Snyderverse? Yes. I would definitely like to see more. I know about all the storyboards that he had in plan for Justice League 2 and Justice League 3, which I'm definitely excited for if he comes back and do it. It's still the Snyderverse because I would definitely like to see Zack Snyder, continue, his plans and basically in future DC movies in general. All right, guys, that was my spoiler review of the Justice League Snyder Cut. It was a great movie. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below. Did you like Justice League Snyder Cut? Did you hate it? Did you like it? Love it? Comment down below. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.